Teenagers in the central region are resorting to the use of unhygienic materials during menstruation. Some of them engage in hard labor to be able to afford sanitary towels. Others are left with no other option than to offer themselves to men just so they can receive support during that time of the month. Central Regional Correspondent Akwesiado has more in the following report.
Teenagers in rural communities such as Penem, Ayenswako, Mayenda, Obodakaba, Okwabna, Okwampa, and Tobiase in the Wutusunya district of the central region, affording sanitary pad during menstruation is a challenge. These young ones, whose parents find it difficult to consistently provide them with sanitary pads due to its high cost, are left with no other option than resort to the usage of unhygienic stopgap materials such as rags and toilet tissues. At times, plantain leaves become the only option. Sometimes they get stained and have to go back home. While some of them have to engage in various jobs to be able to afford sanitary pads, some of them are forced to engage in amorous relationships just so they can receive support from their partners. All these factors are negatively impacting the academic growth of these teenagers. Here are some of them speaking to Metro News.
So memories is never. Me catch your mommy. To me catch your now. Sometimes I catch them say I never wedding.
My mom has been buying the sanitary pad for me, but sometimes she's unable to do that, so I rely on my boyfriend. I don't feel comfortable anytime I use any material, so sometimes I abandon the classroom.
I'm afraid. I'm not catching this one, so one boy be another mamma media. Maybe I got to me pardon.
Yeah, damn, mammy was sick. When mammy is coming, media could to be by don't miss can. Ebia, now Motia could to an answer Bibia. Now,
my mom provides the sanitary pad for me, but when she has no money, I'm forced into labors such as carrying oranges in order to buy pad for myself. Sometimes too, I seek help from my friends and my teacher. We are pleading they should provide us with sanitary towel or reduce the prices for us.
Like school for said, and the baby being a scanty, Mananka, or my teacher saw my cacra, Cabet me out. Let's say, I will man on my bread, and Cabet.
In order to ameliorate the plight of these teenagers, The Essence, a local business that produces organic soap as part of its corporate social responsibility, has laid down a policy that will see sanitary pads distributed among school-going teenagers in the district on a rotational basis. Abdul Jalil Taiwo Yakub is CEO of the business. He says a certain percentage of every product they sell will be directed at funding the project. He wants government to waive off the import duty and other taxes on sanitary towels.
I really think government needs to actually even cancel the tax that is being mounted on sanitary pad, because to be real, before we decide to embark on this project, we actually send a delegation to the location, the communities that we decided to embark on. And upon getting to the communities, we felt the effect. The reality on ground was that even during school hours, some of the kids even are not able, when their monthly cycle reaches, they actually end up, discovering that by the time they will discover, they are already wet, they are already spoiled, they are dry.
Currently, there's a 20% import duty tax and a 12.5% value-added tax on sanitary pads. A pack of sanitary pad is sold at 23 Ghana cedis in some communities in the hinterland. Abla Jifa Gomashi is Member of Parliament for Ketu South and an advocate for the removal of what she describes as obnoxious taxes on sanitary towels. She is not happy that the discussion was downplayed during a recent parliamentary session by some of her male colleagues in Parliament.
I think it was a menstrual hygiene day. I made a statement in Parliament, and some of the contributions from my male colleagues shocked me. It really shocked me. You should go and look for that tape and see the kinds of questions that, when I was saying that we should take the, and I call it obnoxious taxes. You can't call sanitary towels luxury taxes. It's not a luxury product, so why give it a luxury tax? It's biology. I don't choose to have menstruation, or I don't choose when it should stop. So if you tax it and the cost goes high and I can't afford it, then you are limiting me.